Hi, and a very warm welcome. Well, on today's top story, we have the Asma Nawab story. It's a very watch out, and if you were on the place of Asma or you were in the shoe of Asma, it would be difficult. But I watched the story, it was quite fascinating, it was quite difficult for me to hear her story. And she is now freed after 20 years in jail. She spent 20 years in jail and now she is a woman infamously put on death row for killing her family in 1998 has been acquitted and walked free after 20 years in prison, her lawyer said. So the Asma Nawab was just 16 years old when her parents and brother were murdered in 1998, and apparently during an attempt robbery in Karachi. The familial nature of the murder sent a chill through the city, setting them apart from the politic, ethnic, and sectarian violence that grabbed Karachi for many years. Nawab, her then fiance, through justice system. It was not until 2015 that her lawyer petitioned the Supreme Court, which, after a 3 years hearing, ordered Nawab and the other to be released. The Supreme Court ruled that there was not sufficient evidence against the client, thus she was set free. Javed, her he took her to Karachi's famous waterfront, hoping that the breeze and the sight of Arabian Sea buffeting the center understood that her 20 years ordeal was over. We made her ride on the horse on the Clifton Beach and later had a dinner, and then she started realizing she was free, a lawyer said. Nawab, who is expected to visit her family home on Saturday for the first time since the murder, would legally file against. I mean, she will. She could legally file a case against state. He said. His lawyer said that she might sue the state be be her prison. So, but describing her as a poor and a lonely woman, he thought it unlikely she could. They would call for her. That would be a tough call for her as well. But she might do as well because a girl who spends 20 years in jail and for a girl who have who was in jail when she was in her very teen age, where her life should be a school, where her life should be at in a very interesting phase with her family, with her kids, basically. That girl spent 20 years in jail. That's very difficult for a person, and it will be very difficult for me as well if I spend time in jail. Well, that's a system which is moving, and it is the wheel that is moving since British time. We need to make some changes, and that's my appeal in this news as well, that people should understand, and people should talk about these things, that a girl like Asma, who had spent 20 years in a jail, it's quite difficult for her to be in. If we are in her shoes, I think it would be quite difficult for me as well. But this is all from today news, and stay blessed. Have a good evening. Allah Hafiz.